Thank you. Let the record show this vote has been taken and accepted at 6-0. Okay, with that, we are now down to item number 15, board committee reports. Do we have a quick report to give?
None from the
Okay.
evaluation committee. Know
Okay.
that the board self-evaluation will be coming up in November.
Okay. Thank you. So board, please be aware and make sure that you get your dates and questions to Trustee Key for that upcoming meeting. Trustee Breaux from the Policy or Legislative Committee.
Yes, so the policy committee did have a meeting, and we had a couple of items that we discussed: open lunch for seniors, updated student code of conduct, and just the TASB updates. I do want to thank Ava and all that was on was in attendance at that committee meeting as well. I know that board policy FEE local, which was currently for the open lunch for our seniors. There was a slide deck presented, and basically the conversation wrapped around student safety. And I know in the past, we've had the same conversation prior to, and we chose to write a resolution to just suspend open lunch for seniors due to safety. And at this time, the policy committee would like to share with the rest of the board that we would like at this time to extend that resolution beginning with the 21-22 school year. And then we will continue discussion with legal past that, just in regards to that FEE local. In addition,
So let me make a comment on that, because at this time, we cannot bring forth the resolution because it was not a part of our agenda. So we want to make that very, very clear. But our chairperson wanted to make sure that the board was aware. So you're going to receive more information in this next coming week. Board notes, I think Ava will supply us with some of the details of that discussion, as well as our committee chair will send that over to Superintendent Chambers so that the board could be aware what discussion was held. If you guys will recall, last year we had great concerns about those open lunches. I think Trustee Butler, you had also mentioned. So we wanted to make you aware of what that continued discussion was. Ava did a great job in reminding us that we had a resolution in place. So there's options on the table, but before we share all of those options, I think, Ava, was there a conversation we said that we would need to talk to our board council on some guidance before we get to that point. So I just wanted to make it very clear that we're not bringing a resolution tonight, but it may be coming. So look forward to that information. Those of you who have great concerns with that, look for that in the board notes that's coming up next week. Thank you, Trustee Brown. You may continue.
yes, and also we had a discussion on the student code of conduct. Just as a reminder, it was in our board notes, and we just had it it was just provided a more detailed and thorough discussion of the changes and the updates that were made to the student code of conduct. And lastly, as always, one of the tasks of the policy committee is to look at any policies that are coming up or are up to review and renew. And we had about 3 policies that TASB recommended that it's about time for us to look at and review, and that's what we did in our meeting, and had some good discussion around that. And so we felt was a pretty productive policy committee meeting, and we have, as Board President Williams said, that there will be some action steps coming to the board, in the near future. And that is my report.
Thank you, trustee Breaux, and thank you for your leadership on that. So board members also look forward to information on some policy changes. Again, that is something that has to go through administration to work through, so they're not quite ready to share with us what that would be. They just wanted us to be aware because we do have our committee in place. So we will look forward to seeing those things as well in board notes. Those sections may not come now. Am I right, Ms. Montgomery? Okay. Okay. All righty. Thank you. One other thing I wanted to add, since trustee Breaux brought up the student code of conduct, and I'm hoping that everyone did have an opportunity to see. Oh my goodness, Jackie Umwood has left the room, but I wanted to give her great praise for being so thoughtful in that handbook to make sure that equity was stated in there. So if you haven't seen it in the very beginning, it's there. Also to also support what trustee Breaux said about the student code of conduct, those conversations that we had that you brought forth about looking at our discipline and things like that. Remember, that is still a part of the conversation out of the equity committee. So once they bring that information back to us, then the board will be ready to discuss it at that time. Okay.
That's actually one of the subcommittees.
Okay.
There's actually work around that.
Okay. All righty. So just keep your ears and eyes open. We know a lot of stuff is going on, board, but just stay engaged. Okay. All righty. Okay. With that, I'm going to ask, because I haven't seen any notification, are there any board items in which, or anything in which a board member needs to go into closed executive session? So I ask again, are there any needs for closed executive session? Okay. Having none, no further discussions on any meeting items